Students looking to call Texas Tech home made a stop on campus over the weekend. Coming up, find out how the university gave these future Red Raiders a chance to learn about all things Texas Tech.
It was another big win in the NFL for a former Red Raider quarterback. MCTV's Ryan Heller has the details on that performance, along with a look around Tech athletics and sports.
And for most students, a typical day includes stressing over homework, projects, and tests. But for one group of Red Raiders, those concerns are not as important as finding their next meal. MCTV's Vielma has a look at new campus resources that is helping Tech students with issues beyond the classroom.
This is the MCTV Weekday Update.
Welcome to the Monday edition of MCTV Weekday Update. I'm Jessica Riley.
And I'm Oscar Vielma. Last Friday, the Texas Tech community was on edge after the discovery of a threatening message on campus.
That's right, Oscar. The message was discovered last week in a bathroom stall in Holden Hall. On Thursday evening, the Texas Tech Police Department released information regarding the message. The threat read, "I'm going to shoot at the school," along with Friday's date and 11 a.m. The threat was written on a tile in the bathroom wall. On Friday morning, before 8 a.m. classes, an update on the situation was sent through the Tech Alert system. The update stated, Texas Tech Police Department has investigated throughout the night and will continue to investigate and assess the credibility of the threat. The message went on to say that the university had increased the amount of security on campus for the day and that authorities will be operating at a heightened state of alert. After the announcement of the threatening message, several classes were canceled across campus on Friday, and some campus buildings were closed early to increase safety for students, faculty, and the staff. There have been no further updates regarding the threat.
In other news, new and prospective students had a chance to experience all the university has to offer during a special two-day event. The Office of Undergraduate Admissions hosted the annual Texas Tech Preview at the United Supermarket Arena. Starting yesterday, new and prospective students arrived on campus and were given tons of information about Texas Tech campus and university resources. Today's portion of the event kicked off with a spirit rally in the USA, complete with members of the Tech's cheerleading squad and Raider Red. Head men's basketball coach Chris Beard also addressed the crowd. Following this morning's rally, a resource fair was held on the concourse level of the USA. The rest of the day included breakout sessions and tours of the campus and residence hall. The annual Texas Tech Preview is held each fall.
Another big two-day event took place last week, giving one student group a chance to bring awareness to the service they provide on campus. KTXT FM celebrated College Radio Day last week with a 24-hour marathon. KTXT is Texas Tech student-run radio station, and each year they celebrate College Radio Day by filling their broadcast schedule with live events. Starting Friday morning, KTXT broadcasts their weekly morning show, followed by live remotes from around town, and a variety of DJ and staff shows. The station also invited several local musicians into their studios to perform live for the listening audience. One major difference for this year's College Radio Day is that the entire event was broadcast exclusively online. KTXT has been off the air since the summer due to upgrades to the station's broadcast tower. KTXT is expecting to return to air this week.
The search for a new chancellor here at Texas Tech is nearing an end after a major announcement last week. On Thursday, the TTU System Board of Regents named Dr. Ted L. Mitchell as the sole finalist for the job of chancellor. Mitchell has been serving as an interim chancellor since Robert Duncan retired in late August. Mitchell previously served 10 years as president of the Health Sciences Center and is the university's longest tenured president. State law requires that 21 days must pass before the Board of Regents can formally announce Mitchell as the new chancellor of the university. Assuming that's the case, Mitchell's start date should be on or after October 25th. Over the weekend, the Lubbock area saw nearly an inch of rain. A huge thunderstorm moved through the area on Friday night, followed by a few showers on Saturday and Sunday.
That's true, Oscar. We also added to our rain totals this morning when another thunderstorm made its way through campus. So how long will the wet weather continue? Let's take a look at the MCTV forecast. The MCTV tower cam is showing a lot of clouds right now, and we're still seeing occasional showers and some thunder. Cloudy conditions will stick around throughout the rest of the day, and there's also another chance of more thunderstorms this evening. The rain is also keeping temperatures cooler, with highs only expected to reach the mid-70s overnight. Temperatures will be back in the 50s. Heading into tomorrow, we'll continue to see a rain until about 8 a.m. Students walking to class may want to keep an umbrella handy until at least 10 a.m. But after that, the clouds should begin to move out and we'll see sunny skies the rest of the day. But even with the return of the sun, temperatures will be cooler with a high expected in the upper 60s. On Wednesday, we should even see some more sun and temperatures will again be cool most of the day. Tuesday and Wednesday's overnight lows will be some of the coldest of the season so far, with temperatures expected to be in the mid-40s. On Thursday, some changes will be headed back to the area that could result in more rain. Around noon on Thursday, we'll see a return of the cloudy skies and rain chances will begin to increase around sunset. Overnight, there's a chance of rain all the way until Friday morning. Looking ahead, we'll see another rainy weekend with even cooler temperatures headed our way next week.
Each year, the Office of the President hosts a very special series of events that bring a variety of people and performance to the Tech campus.
MCTV's UVA Vielma had a chance to sit down with Joe Moore to discuss all the details on this year's presidential lecture and performance series.
Hi, I'm Rivier and I'm here with Joe Moore, the director of the Presidential Lecture and Performance Series. Hi Joe, how are you today?
I'm great, Avia. How are you today?
I'm doing good.
Good.
So we're here to talk about this Friday's performance lecture series that is going on. But first, can you tell us more about Catherine Hayhoe and about the lecture series?
You bet. The Presidential Lecture and Performance Series is run out of the President's office, and it's in its 13th year, which is kind of hard to believe. And we open each season with a speaker, and our first speaker is this Friday, is our very own Catherine Hayhoe, who is a rock star in the climate science world. She's director of the Climate Science Center here and is just an amazing climate change, climate communicator.
That's awesome. And like you said, Catherine Hayhoe is amazing, and she's actually a professor here at Tech.
She is.
So that gives students a chance to, see one of their own give a lecture. And the topic for this Friday's panel is on climate change solutions. Can you tell us more about the panel and who's going to be on it, and about, why we're talking about this?
You bet. Well, of course, as I said, because Catherine is, she was touted, I know you know this, but she was one of Time Magazine's 100 most influential people a few years ago, Fortune Magazine's World's Greatest Leaders, and it's often in our own backyard that we don't know who's here, to tout. And Catherine, because of the work that she's doing, she's worked for the government in terms of U.S. climate reports. A couple of years ago, she was sandwiched on South by South lawn event between Obama and Leonardo DiCaprio, talking about all of this. So we're not taking the tack of, people are going to have different points of view, and we totally understand this about if you're a believer or not believer in climate change. So we're not addressing anything about is climate change real. We're talking about climate change solutions from three very different points of view. So we believe it's going to be a very provocative panel discussion. Catherine will frame the discussion, and we have Joey Hall, who's actually a Texas Tech alum in mechanical engineering. He's the Executive Vice President of Permian Operations for Pioneer Natural Resources Company out of Midland. So he's going to be talking about conventional energy. Then we have Bob Inglis, who's a free market policy advocate who has an initiative out of George Mason University on free market. And then we have a clean energy expert, Michael Weber from the University of Texas. So we have three very different points of view, and I think it's going to be a very interesting, provocative, engaging conversation for people to listen to.
Yeah, why is it important that students come to this and learn more about this topic of climate change solutions?
I was reading a report this morning, or let me say this, highlights from a report this morning that actually came out of Yale, that 70% of Americans, and interestingly enough, 70% of Texans, believe that climate change is happening. People are going to disagree a lot as to the cause of that. But here in West Texas, we experience the shifts in weather all the time. So I think, the environment is something that we all can agree on, it's something we all live within. So regardless of your point of view, I think it's an interesting conversation to have, and because we have someone that is so nationally and internationally renowned in our own backyard, I think it's worth it to everyone to come check it out.
Yes. And how can students, get tickets to this event and get involved with this event?
The thing that's so wonderful about this series is it's essentially a gift from the president to the community, this entire series for the last 13 years. It's a sponsored program, meaning that it's free to students. So it's a great Friday night date night, or Friday night just go out with your friends evening. It starts at 7 o'clock at the Allen Theater, and tickets are available at that East sub info desk that's in front of the Allen Theater. So all they need to do, and that's true for all of our events. 1 month prior to the event, there's student tickets available. So it's free for students and $20 for community, faculty, and staff members. And tickets can be purchased at Select a Seat, which is 770-2000, or selectaseatlubbock.com.
Awesome. Is there anything else you want to add?
Oh gosh, I'm so excited to present her. I'm excited about this season, and I hope everyone comes out.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see this
I'm so
too.
glad. You're going to love it.
The Presidential Lecture and Performance Series isn't the only event taking place on campus this week. Some other campus groups are also celebrating a week-long set of events. Here's a look at today's MCTV events calendar. This week, the Center for Campus Life is hosting the 4th Annual Pride Week. The week includes various events from now through Saturday. Tomorrow, the campus community is invited out to the sub to take a break from school and put your creativity to work. Coloring with Pride is scheduled from 1:30 through to 3:30 p.m. in the sub conference room. Those who stop by will have a chance to grab some coloring sheets with LGBTQIA-friendly, body positive, and life-affirming themes. Crayons and colored pencils will be provided, and anyone who is interested is encouraged to stop by anytime during the 2-hour event. Coloring with Pride is free and open to all students.
If you ever thought about studying or traveling abroad, one campus group is offering you a chance to help to get these details in place before leaving campus. International Education Week is taking place between now and the end of the week. The week consists of multiple events that celebrate the benefits of international education. On Wednesday, the Office of International Affairs will be hosting a passport pop-up in the free speech area outside of the sub. From 11 a.m. to noon, students will have a chance to stop by and learn about the services offered by the Office of International Affairs. Attendees can also pick up a passport application, and a representative will be on hand to answer passport-related questions. During Wednesday's event, a global security specialist will also be available to offer tips to students planning to travel or study abroad. The Passport Pop-Up event is free for all students.
Texas Tech football took a weekend off as they gear up for the heart of their Big 12 schedule.
But just because the Red Raiders were out of action doesn't mean there still wasn't plenty going on for Texas Tech athletics. MCTV's Ryan Heller has all the details in sports. Ryan?
Thanks, Jessica and Oscar. With the football team having a bye week this week, let's have a look at the other sports that took place this weekend. Texas Tech volleyball fell short against TCU on Saturday. Chandler Atwood had 17 kills. Emerson Solano was great with 17 digs. Allison White finished with 17 blocks. And Missy Owens was great with 42 assists. Now, them losing was the bad news. The good news is they are still top 5 in the Big 12 standings. On Wednesday, they head out to Norman to take on the Oklahoma Sooners. The game will begin at 7 p.m. If you're not traveling with the team, you can catch all the action on Fox Sports Oklahoma. As for the men's tennis team, their journey in the St. Francis ITA All-American Championship came to an end yesterday. The doubles duo Bjorn Thompson and Parker Wynn, after defeating Georgia to advance to the semifinals, lost to the number 1 ranked Mississippi State. Their next action starts at the ITA Texas Regionals in Waco, Texas, starting on Thursday, October 18th. Texas Tech soccer went into Stillwater on Friday and did something they haven't done since 1997. They defeated the number 21 ranked Cowgirls 1-0 on the road. Goalie Marissa Suchetto had 4 saves, and the offensive hero was sophomore Allie Griffin, who scored the lone goal in the 67th minute on a penalty kick. It is also the first time they have beaten Oklahoma State with Tom Stone since 2012. The Kansas City Chiefs, led by Texas Tech's very own Patrick Mahomes, continues to win, improving the record to 5-0. Mahomes, aside from 2 interceptions, played a very good game. He threw for 313 yards and also ran for a touchdown as well. Most importantly, he got the win against a tough Jacksonville Jaguars team. His biggest challenge will be on the road next week against the New England Patriots. You can catch the matchup at 7:20 p.m. on NBC. Sunday night was all about the Lone Star State as the Houston Texans took on the Dallas Cowboys last night. After being tied at 16 at the end of the fourth quarter, the game went into overtime. When the Cowboys received the ball first and was forced to punt, the Texans stormed down to the 24-yard line thanks to an incredible 49-yard reception by DeAndre Hopkins. That led to a game-winning 36-yard field goal by Kaimi Fairbairn. The Texans now improve to 2-3 while the Cowboys fall to 2-3 as well. And now for a look around the MLB postseason. Over the weekend, the Milwaukee Brewers swept the Colorado Rockies 3-0. After Atlanta's victory over the LA Dodgers yesterday, the Dodgers still lead the Braves in the series 2-1. The New York Yankees spoiled the Boston Red Sox hopes of a possible sweep with a 6-2 win on Saturday to tie the series 1-1. The Houston Astros won both home games against the Cleveland Indians to go ahead in the series 2-0. They will try to sweep the Indians today. That's today's look at sports. Back to you, Oscar and Jessica.
Thanks, Ryan. There's an issue happening at Texas Tech every day, but many students don't know about it.
That's right, Oscar. The issue is hunger, and even though it may not be a struggle for all students, there is an option right here on campus to help those in need. MCTV's Vielma has more.
It is not very often issues of food insecurity is talked about, especially on a university campus. One organization on campus is helping bring this issue to light and trying to solve it in an incredible way.
The Center for Campus Life and the Dean of Students Office realized that there was a need that students weren't having met, and they were food insecure. And so they had this pilot program, and we realized that this was a really good program to continue. And so this past August, we had our grand opening. And since then, we have seen an increase in students utilizing the food pantry.
Texas Tech's Raider Red Food Pantry is on a mission to reduce hunger among Tech students. Raider Red's Food Pantry, located on the first floor of Doak Hall, room 117, is a campus-wide food pantry offering students the opportunity to receive food and resources to help them stay afloat during the school year.
We have served well over, I think, 150 students, and they have definitely been very grateful. When we speak to them when they come through here, I've even heard I would have starved had this not been here, and different things like that. So it's been a wonderful help.
Students are given non-perishable food items, as well as community resources, recipes, and household equipment like can openers and pot holders. The food pantry only requires that students have their R numbers when visiting. No other information is required. According to Bong Gwen from the pantry, students and members of the Tech community also have the chance to get involved by donating food items or monetary donations or volunteering at the pantry.
For organization and communities on campus or in Lubbock, please spread out that there's a Raider Red Food Pantry exists to help students fight hunger or help them with anything that they need.
The food pantry is open every weekday. For more information, visit foodpantry.ttu.edu or call 806-742-2984. With MCTV, I'm Vielma.
So Oscar, did you know about the Red Raider Food Pantry?
I actually did, Jessica, and I'm looking forward to taking some donations of my own.
I am too.
Well, that's all for today's edition of MCTV's Weekday Update.
Thanks so much for joining us, and be sure to check ttuhub.net every day for more news. We'll see you on Thursday.